everyone, welcome back. It's great to have you here today. In this video, we are going to go through 5 EMC style questions. I recommend trying these questions yourself first. You can find the link to the question in the description box. If you need to review the content before attempting these questions, this playlist might also be useful. Okay, now let's look at this question first. In this question, we need to find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to the one that passes through these 2 points and also passes through the point -6, -6. So first, what we need to do is to find the gradient of the line that passes through these 2 points, 9, -2 and -6, 8. So to find the gradient, we need to change in y over change in x, and we found out that the gradient is -2/3. Our line is perpendicular to this line, so that means their gradients are negative reciprocals. So the gradient of the line is going to be 3/2. Therefore, our equation should have the form y equals 3/2x plus c, and it also passes through -6, -6. By substituting x and y, we can find out that c is 3. Therefore, our final answer should be y equals 3/2x plus 3. Okay, so that is a very standard question. Let's moving on to the next question. In this question, we are given 3 coordinates A, B, C, and we are told that they are the vertices of the triangle. Now, what we need to do is to show that this triangle is a right-angled triangle. It's always very helpful to get ourselves a sketch. It doesn't need to be very accurate. A sketch can help us to visualize the problem. From this sketch, we can see that ACB might be the 90-degree angle. So if I wanted to show a triangle is a right-angled triangle, that means 2 lines, 2 sides are perpendicular to each other. That means their gradients are negative reciprocal. Let's find the gradient of BC, and that gives us 2. Let's find the gradient of AC, which is -1/2. Now, in order to show that they are perpendicular, we need to show that they are negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal means if I multiply them together, they should give us -1. So 2 times -1/2, that's -1. So we can say that BC is perpendicular to AC, and this symbol here means perpendicular. Therefore, we can claim that triangle ABC is a right-angled triangle. Okay, now moving on to the next question. We are given the coordinates of 3 points, P, Q, and R, and we need to show that they can join by a straight line. Now, this type of question we have seen in the numerical vectors, where we needed to show that 3 points are collinear. So just quickly remind ourselves, first we need to show that they have the same gradient, and then we need to say they share a common point. Therefore, these 3 points are collinear. So what we needed to do is we needed to find the gradient of PQ, and we can see that the gradient is 3. We also needed to find the gradient of PR, and we can see that the gradient is 3 as well. Now, you don't have to do PQ and PR. You can do QR, you can do RP. It doesn't matter. In the end, you should end up with the same gradient. What we needed to say next is PQ and PR has the same gradient. And that means PQ and PR are parallel to each other. Now, this symbol means parallel. And we know P is the common point. Therefore, we can say PQR can be joined by a straight line. Moving on to the next question. We are given a picture here. Let's read through the question and see what information we are given. We know that ABCD is a right angle. Therefore, we know that these angles are 90 degrees, which means the sides are perpendicular to each other, and therefore we know their gradient should be negative reciprocal. A, E, B are on line L, and the line L has the equation x plus 2y equals 12. So by rearranging the equation to make y the subject, we can see that the y-intercept is 0, 6. So we know the coordinates of E is 0, 6. Now can we find the coordinates of B? B is on the x-axis, which is the x-intercept. Now to find the x-intercept, we needed to let y equals 0, and we can solve for x. As we can see, x is 12. So that means OB is 12. We are also told that AE equals BE. So that means to go from E to A, I have to go across by 12 units and up by 6 units. Now from here, we can see that the coordinates of A is -12 and 12. Okay, so now we are ready to find the equation of the line M. The gradient of M is 2 because the gradient of L is -1/2. L and M, they are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, line M has an equation y equals 2x plus c. Now we needed to find C. That means we need a point. A is a point on line M. Therefore, we can substitute negative 12 and 12 back into the equation, and that gives us c equals 36. So the equation of the line M is y equals 2x plus 36. Okay, now let's move on to the final question. So we are given the equation of the line L, 3x plus 2y equals 17. As usual, what we need to do is to get ourselves a sketch so that we can visualize the problem. So by rearranging the equation, make y the subject, we can see that this line has a negative gradient, negative 3 over 2. And the y-intercept is 17 over 2. So what we can do is quickly label the y-intercept and sketch the straight line. Now we are told A has a coordinate of 0, 2, and another straight line M passes through A and is also perpendicular to L. I have sketched that graph in blue on the picture as well. And as we can see, line L and M, they are meeting at C. Let's label this point. And the line L intersect y-axis at point C, and then we can label this point as well. What we need to find is the area of this triangle ABC. Now, in order to find the area of a triangle, we have to do half base times height. And as we can see in the picture, a triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. We know the base is AC, the height is BC. Now we need to find the length of AC and BC, so that means I need the coordinates of ABC. A is given, B we have worked out, and now we need to find C. Now C is the intersection of the line L and line M. In order to find the intersection of two lines, we need to solve the simultaneous equation. We know the equation of the line L, 3x plus 2y is 17. The equation of the line M is y equals 2 over 3x plus c. Now c is the y-intercept. We know that is point A, which is 2. So then the equation of the line M is y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. Now we have two equations. What we need to do is to solve it. What I did here is substitute 2 into 1 and solve for x. We can see that x is 3. Now we know y is 2 over 3x plus 2. Substituting x equals 3, we can find out that y is 4. We have the coordinates of all 3 points. What we need to do is to find out the length of AC and BC. By using Pythagoras theorem, we know BC is 3 root 13 over 2. Similarly, we can find the length of AC, which is square root of 13. So now the area of a triangle, half base times height, we can work out that the final answer is 39 over 2 units squared. That is it for today. Well done for making through to the end, especially if you have done the questions yourself. Remember, maths isn't a spectator sport. You have to keep practicing to be more fluent. Happy revising, and I'll see you in the next video.